My mother was a lifelong member of Lebanon County. She grew up in Lebanon and went to Lebanon High School, graduated in '42, I think it was. And my mother worked for the YMCA for 25 years as the Women and Girls Director. She started out as a volunteer, and in 1960, they needed, when the girls director left, they needed somebody to fill it, and the board asked her if she would fill in the position until they hired somebody, and she was there for 25 years. The girls department was part of the YMCA, but because it was the Young Men's Christian Association, it was mainly the men and the boys department. And then when they started offering things for girls and women, they purchased the house next to the Y on 9th Street. And so everybody that came in, the girls that came in to do any of the activities at the Y, went through the girls department. So my mother knew all the girls. It wasn't like nowadays where you'd go to the gym and you swipe your card. There wasn't any swiping of the card. You know, she checked off who you were. And it was a place where everybody gathered. So the girls, my mother knew all the girls, and the girls knew each other. And it was like that way till they built the new Y, I think in like '79 or something. So everybody that went into any of the activities in the pool or the gym went through the girls department and came in contact with my mom. She actually worked with, which I think was one of her strengths, she worked with the Women and Girls Committee, which tried to advance programs for girls and women. One of the things that she did was she had an opportunity to go to a conference on geriatric health. And while she was there, she came back and they had talked about exercises for seniors. And so this was back in probably, I guess, 79 or 78. And so she took the show on the road and started going out to the senior centers, Stevens Towers, places like that, and did exercises with the seniors. And that wasn't something that was done before. She even got to work with the girls' physical director at the Y, Nancy Ello. She worked with Nancy to actually modify the activities so they could do chair activities. We all know about chair activities nowadays, but back in the day, that wasn't something that was, really knew much about. And then she got to go to another conference with President's Physical Fitness. And on that one, she came back, they talked about all different kind of senior activities. And when she came back from that one, she wanted to start an aquasize program for seniors. She got a lifeguard who covered the pool, and she stood on the deck of the pool and led the exercises. And what was really interesting was, I guess they had talked about it at the conference, but it became such a hit. And what they discovered was it was especially good for mobility, and it was especially good for seniors with arthritis. And again, that's something we know today, but it's not, something that was very evident, evident back then. So it's really interesting to look back and to see what we're doing now. I mean, pickleball, and there's senior games where people, seniors are competing, but back in the day, maybe men played golf or bowled, but there really wasn't organized activities until the Y and my mom and stuff started doing some of those things. And as I said, now they really have expanded. And so she was at the Y till 1985 when she retired. She often called herself a professional facilitator. She really believed in making relationships with people. And then she somehow would take all these people, and as a young person, I always thought she knew everybody in Lebanon, one of those kind of deals. But then she took these people and connected them. And whatever project she was working on or some organization was working on, she would tie all these people together and have them, focus on and use their resources and focus on the problem at hand.